Okay, yes. So many people have joined and many more are to join. And this is a very important topic, and especially in the 21st century, critical thinking and creative thinking. We want to move our education system from cramming and rote learning. And we want students to have good thinking skills. Let us start with an activity because, as you go in classes and you want to do some warm up with the students so that they are very attentive, very focused, and whatever you teach them, it goes straight, right? So yes, let's start with an activity. Rub your hands. Rub your hands as fast as you can. Rub your hands. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it as fast as you can. Rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, rub it, and then put it on your head. Do you feel the vibrations? Yes. So now you are relaxed and fully focused to attend my session. So what I'm going to talk today is, first, what is critical thinking and creative thinking? Why is it important to address these skills to students? And are these skills secret ingredient for success in life as well as career? So this is what we are going to talk today. Now, talking about creative thinking, what is creative thinking? Thinking that focuses on exploring ideas, generating possibilities, looking for many right answers rather than just one. So let us see a video on creative thinking.
Welcome to Crafts for Kids.
Now I will stop this video and I want you all to do some thinking, So what is the thinking? I'm holding this paper with me. I make it fall down. It doesn't go too far. Can you tell me what can I do to this paper so that it travels maybe in the sky or outside the boundary of my room, or maybe very far it travels. It travels USA or Canada. What should I do to this paper? Please use your creative thinking and critical thinking skills right now. Yes, what should I do to this paper so that it travels far away in the sky or very far? So yes, I will be seeing your chat. We are not allowed to unmute ourselves, but you can always chat with me. Whatever you are thinking, we can do with this paper. Make an aeroplane, says Poonam, Shipra, fold it. Okay, make a gift, make a rocket. Can make a kite. Excellent, Ritu. And yes, Sapna, make paper plane. Okay, make an envelope, the thread, and fly it. Okay. And okay, paper is very common. This aeroplane, yeah. Anything else? Flower, make a flower. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Envelope, write it, address it. It will go very far. Okay. Draw something, scan it, share the drawing. Okay. What else? We can make a boat. Yes, Poonam says we can make a boat. Bird. Oh, excellent, Veena. Very nice, very nice. So you all have put your thinking caps on now. So let me go to another activity, right? Thank you so much for being such an active participant. Yes, so I will go to my next activity, and again, you'll be using your chat box, right? This is a pencil. We all use it. Now, what message can this pencil give you? The messages that a pencil can give you. Again, put your thinking hats on and answer me on this. The messages a pencil can give. Yes, use the chat box. Okay, pencil and the messages. Okay, yes, I'm waiting for your answers. Alka, can you try the next one? Now this pencil one. Pencil. Okay, pen makes sharp. Anupama Pandey says, pen, the pencil, when gets sharpened, the better it writes. Similarly to us, the more struggles we have in life, the better person we become, because we know how to solve our problems now. So yes, Veena says, pencil says nothing is possible. Okay, makes everyone's life full of knowledge. Excellent, excellent, Rachna. What else? Yes, express yourself. Be sharp. Yes, this message is given by pencil that, you know, the more you sharpen your skills, brush up your skills, the better person you become, whether it is communication skills, creative thinking, problem solving skills, life skills, all that. Okay, sacrifice reaps results. Okay, pencil makes the sacrifice, it becomes a small and a small and a small. Okay, yes, the pencil, eraser is there. Somebody said, yes, eraser is there to erase your mistakes. So you should, you know, we should never take our harshly on us, you know, if we have made some mistakes. There is always an eraser to erase your mistakes. Move ahead in life. You know, God has given you eyes in front and legs also. When you walk in front, you know, steps in front. You don't look at back and walk. So yes, we have to always be for our future and do not regret the mistakes we have made. Pencil also says, I'm in everybody's budget. Okay, excellent, Shipra, excellent creative thinking. I must say that. Yes, when pencil writes, it leaves an impression. So we all have come to this world and we'll be going back, you know, because hum apni maut ko to jeb mein leke chalte hain, right? So I don't know, this second I'm here, that second I'm there or not. Yes. So pencil says, you have come to this world to do something good. Do it. You know, make your life very purposeful. Another message the pencil gives. Inside of me is more important than outside. you know. Inside, if the lead is not there, I can't write. Similarly, outer beauty may capture the eyes of somebody, but inner beauty, beauty of pure thoughts, goodness, compassion, kindness, it always captured the heart of other people. So yes, inside is more important. The positive thoughts, they are more important than your outside beauty. Okay. Any other message from the pencil? It depends on the holder, how I write, whether I write good or I write not so neat. So it depends on the holder. Similarly, in life, situation is the same for everybody, but how we react to it, how we respond to it, the responses are different. And those responses, those thoughts, those feelings that we attach with our behaviors, they are very, very important to lead us. So yes, going forward, now you have to make a story using these 10 words. And let me see who will be the winner to make the story first. You can chat with me. Let me share my story first with you. So, what I can say with these 10 words is, there is a paper, there's a carpet. Carpet is made of paper. On the paper, there's big bottle. From that big bottle, fishes are coming out and they are holding pipes in their mouth. They are smoking. You can see the cats in the smoke. Cats are wearing specs and going to school with a school bag. Yes. Can you make your story now? Let me see who has made the story first. Okay. Yes, please. Make the story. I give you 3 minutes to make a story. Yes, please. All teachers have to be critical thinkers and creative thinkers. Only then our students will become creative thinkers and critical thinkers. Yes, please. Okay. So yes, Seema, Beena, Reena, all keep your thinking hats on. Yeah. And try to make a story of these 10 words. Paper, carpet, bottle, smoke, cat, pipe, fish, specs. Yes. The story can be anything. I'm not going to judge you. Being a psychologist, I'm not going to judge you. So you can make any story, any thoughts that come to your mind with these 10 words. Yes, please. Okay, Renu, please, Renu Kumar, you have to chat with me because, if we unmute, then it will be very disturbing. So I would request you can just, okay. Himanish, can we unmute Renu? If she wants to say a story, can we?
Yeah, I have.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon to everybody. And my story goes like this. The cat is sitting on a carpet smoking a pipe when suddenly she sees a fish entering with a school bag and wearing specs. So the cat says, my, you've had a tough day at school today. So the fish says, yeah, sure. I mean, the teachers have really taken a whole lot out of me. So the cat says, why can't you stop going to school? So the fish says, no, but I enjoy school. No matter how much I have to, it's all for my benefit and I enjoy meeting my friends and all. So I think that's much. That much is my story.
Great. Excellent. Very nice. Any other trial? Yes, I took the paper which was in a bottle, placed it on the fish bowl over a carpet in my room. Smoke was coming from the pipe of my father. My brother came in with his bag with the specs in his hand. Great. Who is that? Making a good story. Yeah. Okay, let me see the name. Okay, I am not able to. Okay. Yeah. One day I had a dream. Can you read your dream? Jyoti. Jyoti had a dream. I was in the air on the carpet, wearing specs, and smoke surrounded me. By my side, there was a bag with a pipe, paper, and a fish in a bottle. I looked down and saw my school. Great, great, Jyoti. Yes. So, see, the situation is the same. Everybody is seeing these 10 words, but they can be very creative, making their own stories. Yes. Thank you so much for participating. Yes. Now, can you create a story with these pictures? Yes. You can raise your hand. We can unmute. Okay. Yes. Yes, please. Who wants to try? Raise your hand so that we can unmute you. Yes, please. Okay, is there nobody to tell us, make a story of these pictures? Yes, please. Very easy, you can say anything. Okay, Shipra wants to try. Yes, Shipra. Please, Himanish, if you could, yes. Yes, Shipra.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes,
by
good
looking
evening.
these pictures, I want to say that if I'm a little child and if I will be with my friends, I will be happy as I can play many games with them. And if I will be alone, I will be unhappy and it makes me cry. Ooh.
Great, great, Shipra. So,
Thank
to
you,
me,
ma'am.
yeah. Any other? Okay, Jyoti wants to try again. Yes, yes, Jyoti. Jyotsna. Okay, Jyotsna. Yeah, Jyotsna. Please unmute Jyotsna. Yeah, Jyotsna, you are
Hi.
unmuted.
All right. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. My story would go like this: that one day when I was a small child, I was playing with my friend, and we were making a pyramid of thermocol glasses. And suddenly, my brother came with a ball and he threw it on the pyramid, and it fell off. And I started crying. And then my mama came and helped me, made another pyramid with the dominoes, and I was a happy child later on.
Yeah, excellent, excellent, Jyotsna. Even my story would have been the same. That I was making a tower, and my brother, when I was young, and my brother came with the ball, and then I started crying. Then my mother helped me. Yes, the same story. I could also make it. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, very good, very good. So, generally, what we do with children, we don't give them time to imagine, to create something. My granddaughter, she's 4.5, and her teacher asks her J for, and she says Jaguar. Because we don't give them otherwise what children would have replied was J for jug, J for joker. But her creativity was very different. So yes, instead of just giving A for apple, or just giving them the story, why not give them words and let them create their stories? So this is very, very important. And now let me show you and ask you, can you recognize this player? Can you recognize this player? Yes? Okay. Jordan, no, Jyotsna, no. Any other try? Yes? Any other? Okay. So let me tell you. Yeah. He is Arthur Robert Ashe. And you know what is his story? He was a legendary Wimbledon tennis player. And what happened was that he was dying of AIDS. So many of his fans wrote to him, why God had to give you this such a bad disease, fatal disease. And you know what Robert Ashe replied? He said, the world over, 5 crore children start playing tennis, 5 lakh learn professional tennis, 50,000 come to the circuit, 5,000 reach the Grand Slam titles, 50 reach Wimbledon, 4 to semi-finals and 2 to the finals. When I was holding a cup, I never asked God why this chance was given to me only out of these 5 crore children. So today, when I am in pain, why should I be asking God, why me? So, you know, he did some rational thinking, logical thinking, critical thinking, and he said, when life gives you 100 reasons to cry, show life that you have 1,000 reasons to smile. How many of us think like him? Thinking which is so deep, thinking which is full of positivity, rationality, and logics. So, yes, now, can you tell me, do you think you are blessed in life? I want you to give me 7 points that you think you are a very blessed person. Yes, you can start thinking and telling me why do you feel you are a very blessed person, very lucky person? Yes, especially in this pandemic, you know, we need to have this attitude of gratitude and count our blessing, which is very, very important, you know. So yes, I want you to tell me, why do you think you are a very blessed person? Chat with me, please. Best thing is to have a girl child. Okay, healthy. I'm healthy, so I'm blessed. And daughter to my parents, Regina says, so I'm okay. Loving family, I have food to eat, I have roof on the head, I have. So Jyotsna feels she's very, very lucky. Yes, some more answers. Why do you feel you're very lucky? Okay, supportive family. I'm blessed because I have very good friends. Excellent. And Renu says, I have a mother, have loved ones around me. Yes, we feel very blessed, you know, when we have true friends around us. We have good health. We have roti kapda makan, says Mohammed Begum. Yes. So we feel very blessed with all these things. You know, health, having a good health, physical and mental, you know, such a big blessing. If any of our organ, you know, somebody says, give me your eyes and I can give you crore of rupees for it. Are you going to give it? No, you will not give, because you will come to know how precious it is to you. So when we have everything in life, we don't value it. And when that thing goes away from our life, then we realize the value of that thing. So we never feel blessed, you know, that, okay, we have a one-piece body. All our organs are working fine. I have so many friends, you know. I have a good family, a very supportive family. I'm an educated person. I've got a job. I have roti, kapda, and makan. So many children in this world have never seen a book. They have not got a proper meal, even one-time meal. So we are all so blessed, you know. Yes. So again, the thinking goes, if we are very logical, we would say we are blessed if we have good health, if we have good values. Aren't we blessed? We are very hardworking people. Are we not blessed? We have true friends. We are intelligent. We have a family. We have good job. We have parents. And we are very talented. Talent in music or talent in any other field. Creating something, creativity, all this. We are, of course, very blessed. Let's listen to Kiran Bedi, what she has to say about our blessings.
There is a very interesting story. A person of my age is in a park and he said, number one is health. So he says, I have one thing which is health. And he said, after that you add a 0 of education, it becomes 10. He said, you add a 0, another 0, it becomes 100, I've got a job. Then you add another 0, I've got a lot of money to earn. So I'm 1,000. I add another 0, I got a lovely family, then I'm 10,000. I add zeros and zeros as I become a billionaire and a trillionaire or a rich in family, in job, in materialism. He says, you can add so many zeros to your life after this one, which is health. Then he says, you drop this health one. Everything becomes a 0.
Yes, so you will all agree with me that in this pandemic time, if you are enjoying this good health, you're so blessed, right? What do we see in the newspaper every day? Something or the other negative news. Suicide by farmers, suicide by IITians, suicide in Kota Coaching Institute, or many suicides, by students because they have not got an internet facility, or class 10th student is stabbing his junior, or, selfie mishap happening, rising screen addiction, or, this is screen addiction, a big problem nowadays. Death of 4 students due to drunk driving, disrespectful communication on the social media, not only by students, by politicians as well, road rage killings on increase, obesity and other ailments, risk with high consumption of fatty and processed foods. Don't we read these news? Also, we read the news about teenage pregnancy, gang rapes, acid attacks, increasing substance abuse in youth. It shakes us all. What do you say about fake news and WhatsApp forwards? So whether you talk of suicides or you talk of, stabbing by an elderly student, or death due to drunk driving or net addiction, what is common in all these behaviors? Can you tell me what is common in all these behaviors? Yes, let me see if anybody is ready to answer me. What is common? Okay. Yes. Any guesses? What is common in all these behaviors, committing suicide or doing drunk driving or selfie mishap? Yes, I've got some chats. Okay. Depression, net addiction, it's a phase which cannot be handled emotionally. Yes. So, I agree with you that we give a lot of, IQ thing to children, cognitive development, academic skills. We teach children, but do we teach them EQ? How to develop this emotional quotient, how to handle our emotions, how to have the self-control. That thing is missing from our education. I think you will all agree with me that if I talk of what is common in these, so, students or anybody else, the elderly person, their behavior has been very impulsive in all the cases. They have been very irrational, very illogical, very unhealthy behavior. They lacked what? Analytical thinking, critical thinking, and above all, the life skills. They never thought of consequences, never weighed, if we are going to do this kind of behavior, what will be the consequences, repercussions on our family or at other places, right? So this is one thing: irresponsible behavior, unhealthy behavior. Who is to be blamed for such behavior? Is it parents or is it a school? You know, स्कूल में हम षटकोण त्रिकोण समकोण सब कुछ सीखते हैं, नहीं सीखते हैं तो सिर्फ सही दृष्टिकोण. So let us examine our education system first. You know, Abdul Kalam ji said our Indian education system needs a change, and now we have got this new education policy which is bringing in a lot of changes. So let's see our education system.
Our system of education. But what is it? Well, we send our children to school to prepare them for the real world, which is changing very, very fast. But our schools,
I hope the sound was coming proper.
For hundreds of years.
Just a minute, huh? Yeah. Himanish, the sound is clear? Or you want
Yes,
me
ma'am.
to raise
Yes,
the
ma'am.
volume
You
just
can
a
raise it.
minute? Yes?
Years.
Yeah.
Thought leaders from around the world agree that the current system of education was designed in the industrial age mainly to churn out factory workers. And this industrial age mentality of mass production and mass control still
Just a minute, I'm okay. It's their sound. I was feeling the
runs
sound is
deep in
not coming.
schools. Industrial age values. We educate children by batches and govern their lives by ringing bells. All day long, students do nothing but follow instructions. Sit down, take out your books, turn to page 40, solve problem number 3, stop talking. At school, you're rewarded for doing exactly what you are told. These are industrial age values that were really important for factory workers. Their success depended on following instructions and doing exactly what they were told. But in today's world, how far can you get by simply following instructions? The modern world values people who can be creative, who can communicate their ideas and collaborate with others. But our children don't get a chance to develop such skills in a system that's based on industrial age values. Lack of autonomy and control. At school, our children experience a complete lack of autonomy and control. Every minute of a child's life is tightly controlled by the system. But in today's world, if you're doing important work, then you're managing your own time. You're making your own decisions regarding what to do and when to do it. But life at school looks very different. The system is sending a dangerous message to our children that they are not in charge of their own lives. They just have to follow whatever is laid down instead of taking charge and making the most of their lives. Experts believe autonomy is incredibly important for children. It's no wonder then that our children are bored and demotivated by school. Can you imagine how you would feel if you were told exactly what to do for every minute of your life? Inauthentic learning. Most of the learning that happens in schools today is not authentic because it relies on memorization and rote learning. The system defines a generic set of knowledge that all children must know. And then, every few months, we measure how much has been retained by administering exams. We know that such learning is not authentic because most of it is gone the day after the exam. Learning can be much deeper and more authentic. It can be so much more than just memorization and retention. But that's the only thing we measure, and test scores are the only thing we value. This has created an extremely unhealthy culture for students, parents, and teachers. Children are going through endless hours of tuitions, staying up all night memorizing useless facts that they will forget very soon. No room for passions and interests. We have an extremely standardized system where each child must learn the same thing at the same time in the same way as everyone else. This doesn't respect the basic fact of being human, that each of us is unique and different in our own way. We all have different passions and interests. And the key to fulfillment in life is to find your passion. But do the schools of today help our children find and develop their passion? There seems to be no room in the current education system for the most important questions in a child's life. What am I good at? What do I want to do in life? How do I fit into this world? The system doesn't seem to care. There are so many greatly talented people who failed in the traditional school system. Fortunately, they were able to overcome these failures, but not everyone can. We have no measure for how much talent, how much potential goes unrecognized in the current system. Differences in how we learn. Each of us is also different in how we learn, in how much time we take to learn something, and what tools and resources work best for us. But the system has no room for such differences. So if you're a bit slow in learning something, you are considered a failure, when all you needed was a bit more time to catch up.
I think it is not too audible, the video, so I'll just stop it here.
In the current...
I'll just take it in a discussion way. Okay. I'm so sorry, but I think there's some issue which is, I don't know. So do you agree with the statement that some people study all their life and up to that, but still, you know, they cannot do thinking? In this new education policy, what are we saying? We are saying, let students become thinkers, you know. Let the focus not be so much on marks and memorization skills, you know. Even the assessment should not be just the paper pencil test. We should test the students in other ways also. Like, you know, role plays can be there to test the students, or they have gone and done some interviews. That also we can assess in that way also. This pandemic also, you know, has made us so much of creative thinkers and problem solvers. You know, autowalas converted their autos into ambulances, seeing the shortage of ambulances. Also, you know, Swiggy and Zomato saw the problems of working ladies, that they were not having time to prepare food. So home delivery, Swiggy and Zomato. Also, the hotels converted their hotels into COVID treatment centers, seeing the, you know, scarcity of these services. So what we have seen that in this pandemic also, it has been a blessing. Teachers have become so creative. If you see the YouTube videos, it is full of creativity. I've seen teachers putting up, you know, how to teach children the vyanjans, and beautiful stories are there. The warm-up activities, beautiful warm-up activities given by the teachers in those YouTube videos. And so many other videos, how to teach, you know, verbs to children, action words, all these things. If you talk of activity sheet, numerous activity sheets are available. So yes, in this new education policy also, we are talking of that children should be able to apply whatever they are learning. Application of theory, that becomes very important. Now, let me go to what is wrong with our education system till now. So we saw factory workers were there in earlier times. And that time our education system, like, you know, we had to prepare clerks who would do one type of monotonous job. So it was okay. But now we are in the 21st century. We are now in the era of artificial intelligence, robots doing surgeries, automation, driverless cars, driverless metros. And IT has become the nervous system of every organization. Sitting anywhere, anyone can learn at any time. LLL, lifelong learning, is very, very important. Things are changing at a very fast pace. Today we learn something and tomorrow we have to learn some other things, you know, the features even of a mobile. Today I take a mobile and tomorrow the new one comes with new features. And what is happening today? Artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, online courses, so many. Globalization, you know, the whole world has become like one giant city. So in this particular century, 21st century, where 50% jobs in near future will be artificial intelligence based? Are we preparing students for the skill set that is required in 21st century? So skill set that is required in 21st century is first and foremost important skill, communication skills, reading, writing, speaking, listening, use of body language, confidence in personality. What are we doing on WhatsApp? Communicating. What are we doing on YouTube? PPT, communicating. Collaboration, working as a team, another very, very important skill. Critical thinking, thinking that requires analysis, evaluation, that requires observation, explanation, experiential learning. All these are very, very important today. Creativity, thinking differently, being inquiry-based learning has become very, very important. Asking questions, investigating. And what is the role of teacher today? If I talk of, teacher has to become a facilitator in 21st century. If I talk of, information bombardment is there today. Google Baba Jindabad. We can get every answer from Google. But what is required is to creatively apply that knowledge, what is available. So NEP also talks of holistic development, that not just this pandemic has already taught us, no money, no status, no IQ could resolve the problem of pandemic. What can reduce the problem is our COVID appropriate behaviors, getting ourselves vaccinated, our EQs, emotional strength, mental toughness. So yes, NEP is talking of holistic development, developing not just students academically, but also the physical wellness, mental wellness, social wellness, emotional wellness, all that is very, very important. And education is not just learning the facts or giving information. It is about teaching skills to students so that they can lead a happy and healthy life. So coming to the point, what is critical thinking? Critical thinking is the ability to think clearly and rationally about what to do or what to believe. Even what to believe, fake news. Should I believe all the news are true? Sometimes they show the video or 10 years ago video and you think it is a real video and you forward the messages just like that. So are you doing the rational behavior? Ability to engage in reflective thinking and independent thinking, that is critical thinking. Actively challenging the information, not just being a passive receiver. Questioning the ideas and assumptions rather than just accepting what is given to us. Skills to think critically are observation, experience, analysis, evaluation, exploration, problem solving, and decision making. If you are a good decision maker, then you are able to think critically to solve your problems. Creative thinking, as I said, is generating as many ideas as possible to see various angles of the same issue. Critical thinking and creative thinking go hand in hand. Critical thinking is not just related to one particular subject. Don't think it is, maths. There it requires a critical thinking or science requires. No. Every subject requires critical thinking. Every situation in life requires critical thinking. Every action of ours, our behavior, our reading, saying, hearing, critical thinking, all these behaviors. Critical thinking is not about criticizing others. Critical thinking is the habit of asking questions, doing critical analysis of the information that is given to us, critically weighing it, analyzing it, evaluating it. It is about conceptual understanding, not just rote learning, but conceptual understanding, comprehension abilities developing those in a student, it builds up with more and more reading, communication, listening, etc. The type of questions that are asked in exams, should not be just remembrance based, but something like some story the teacher says and then says what character you liked and why. So you are asserting yourself that, yes, this is the character I've liked and why. Reasoning, statement, conclusion. Sometimes in exams come the case studies. You're using the thinking skills to answer. Also the riddles, puzzles, vocabulary games, Sudoku, all these can boost your thinking skills. Employers look for people who can think critically and creatively, because critical thinking is a combination of skills that help you make informed decisions and also develop stronger teams. When you're a critical thinker, you have a better ability to understand and accept the differences in people. This is a very interesting case study of the chairman of Tata Steel. He was holding a weekly meeting with his staff in Jamshedpur. A worker stood up with a serious issue. He said the quality and hygiene of toilets for all the workers was very bad. He communicated to his chairman that, our toilets, which are for the workers, are in a very bad shape. Whereas he pointed out the cleanliness and hygiene of executive toilets was very good. The chairman asked his top executive how much time he needs to set it right. The executive asked for a month to set it right. Chairman said, I would rather do it in a day. Send me a carpenter. And so, what the chairman did? He called the carpenter and he ordered the signboards to be swapped. The one signboard which was for executive was put on the workers and workers was put on the executive. So what happened? Both what changed every fortnight, and the quality of both the toilets became the same in next 3 days. So, all the workers' toilets also were the same clean. So leadership is something more than just being an executive. Problem identification requires critical thinking, and solving a problem requires creative thinking. See, he did the work in one day, just called the carpenter and the creative thinking was used and the swapping of the signboards were done and problem was resolved. Now I want to give you a quiz. It's not memory-based quiz. It is a thinking challenge. Okay. So I show you on the screen these 7 C's and I call them 7 C's. Now I show you these 3 cycles written. Now you have to tell me the phrase for it. Yes, please. Your answer. Okay. Yes. Neelam Chauhan raised the hand. Neelam, can you please chat? Yes. What would you say? Okay, let me check. Okay, tricycle. Thank you. Yes, Neelam, tricycle. Let's move now. Just a minute. Okay. Next one. Please attempt. Yes. Okay. Yeah, let me see your answers. Crossroads. Excellent. Excellent. Now I'm taking you to the difficulty levels, right? Okay, let me try next one now. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay, somebody's trying. Forgive and forget. Yes, you're right, right. Krishna Veni, you're right. Thank you. Forget and forgive. Forgive and forget. Okay. Now, next one. Use your logical reasoning, thinking skill, analytical reasoning. All these are part of critical thinking. Yes, please. Okay, let me see. I've got some answers. Okay, Jack in the box. Excellent, Sapna. Excellent. Jackpot. No. Jack in a box. See, the word Jack is written in a box. So, Jack in the box. Next one. Yeah. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. Oh, already I got the answer from so many people. Downtown. Yes, exactly. Right answer. Next, please. Who is going to try this one? No, Destiny. West Indies, says Neelam Chauhan. Excellent, Neelam. West, the word West is written in all the D's. So West Indies, the right answer. Just a minute. Okay. Now, try this one. Okay, try this one now, Pinky and all others. Yeah, Anita Mishra, 6 feet underground. Excellent. 6 feet under the word ground. Excellent, excellent. I don't have some toffees to distribute. Otherwise, I would have done virtual. You know, I can't do that. Okay, now this one. Yes, try. Okay, now next one. Below 0 degree, Pallavi says. Okay, Pallavi, little more, try more. Yes, let me give you the answer. If I'm not getting more chats, okay, let me give the answer. So it was 3 degrees. See, 3 degrees below 0, right? Okay, next one. Okay, Reena, try now. The next question. No, not promise. Promise, of course, is there, but then try. Use your brains. Use some logic. Broken promise, says Anita Mishra. Excellent, Anita, excellent. Yes, it is. Promise word is broken. So broken promise. Yeah. Okay. So you have done enough of critical thinking now. And now let us listen to a story of a hare and a tortoise. You have always, heard it even in your childhood. So yes, you all know that rabbit goes off to sleep. So turtle wins the race. Then what happens? The rabbit doesn't give up. He says, I was careless, so I lost the race. He calls again the tortoise to have a race. So they both start running, and this time rabbit wins. Because, rabbit is a fast animal. This time he doesn't sleep, he is going to win. Of course, he has won the race. Then what happens? Tortoise also doesn't give up. He challenges him to another race. And you know what happens? He takes him on a different route. He takes him near the river and tells rabbit, now let's have a race. So poor rabbit, he can't swim. So definitely he loses the race. Then what happens is, tortoise again thinks that this rabbit is a fast animal. If we do a race, he's always going to win. So they both decide that, this tortoise this time played a trick with me. He took me to the river. So what is the use? We both being, in competition, it is better that we become friends. So they do their thinking. Okay, let's become friends. They become friends and then they have a race again. But this time what is happening? When it is a plain, the rabbit knows he can run very fast. So he asked the tortoise to sit on his back. And then when comes the river, the tortoise asked the rabbit to sit on his back, and they are able to finish the race in half of the time. So what are the messages? Yes. Can you chat with me? Can you think critically? What are the messages of this story? Yes. Unconditional love, teamwork. Okay. What else? Okay. Equality. Okay. See, the messages of the stories are none of them gave up. One thing. Never give up when you are faced with failure, because failure always evolves you. Fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. Work to your competencies. All students are competent. All students are differently abled. Some are word smart, some are number smart, logic smart, some are nature smart, some are sound smart. So yes, even in your classes, these different talented children are sitting. Compete against the situation, not against a rival, and pool resources and work as a team. And always remember, whatever is your competency, identify that. Suppose you are a good speaker, then, show it to your organization so that you get promoted with this particular core competency. Working on your strengths will always get you noticed. So these were some little learnings from this story. Now, even in this pandemic, why are we saying to people, be positive? If you do some thinking, why we tell, somebody's losing the job, somebody's losing a spouse, and still we say, be positive? Is it right to do so? So yes, why we say be positive? Because this mental health and physical health go together. If we don't have good mental health, then what will happen? We will not be able to make a rational decision. We will be losing on our concentration power. We will not be able to count our blessings. When we have this positive attitude, then what happens? Then, you are able to make rational decisions. Then you are able to enjoy the relationship. Then your concentration power is good. You are able to count your blessing. You are more creative, more productive, more calm and relaxed. And you are able to sleep well. And you thrive on faith and hope. So yes, everything has a logic. Today, in pandemic, what critical thinking we should have? Having this stress or fear of pandemic, will it change the situation to better? जो चीज मेरे हाथ में नहीं है, जो मेरे हाथ में है वो तो मैं करूंगी ना, लेकिन जो मेरे हाथ में नहीं है, जब हम परिस्थिति को नहीं बदल सकते तो अपनी मनोस्थिति को बदलना है. We have to have a positive mindset. Okay? If we are watching too much of news the whole day and creating horror movies in our mind, then are we able to handle the situation of pandemic in a better way? No. With negativity, anxiety, depressive thought, I will not be able to perform better, be creative. I will lose my confidence. I will lose my sleep. I will become, patient. Okay. I will have high BP. I will have, sugar issues and so many others. Or if I go in depression, I will give so much pain to my family. I may become a burden on others. So should I, even this, pandemic, should I cope up with these emotions of mine in a positive, healthy ways? Yes. Anger, hatred, jealousy, all these are emotions. But how we handle them, we can handle them in a positive way, negative way. It all depends on our thoughts, how we handle them. So, if we are, suppose I'm carrying this water glass, I can carry it for half an hour, 1 hour, but after 1 hour, if I carry it for 8 hours, can I hold it? No, it will fall down. So similarly, carrying all these tensions, anxiety, stress will only fracture our minds. So half glass full, half glass empty. We have to see the fullness. So thinking, we have to become more logical, rational, positive. All those instances that I took earlier, suicides and all those, there the behavior, the thinking was not rational, positive. So it is not the situation, but how we react, respond to it makes the situation worse or good. Once, there were two salesmen and they were going to a country where no one wore shoes. So one of the salesmen said, oh, there is so much of opportunity. No one wears shoes over there. And if I introduce the idea, everybody will start wearing shoes. Oh, great opportunity. He was ready to go and sell his shoes in that country. The other salesman said, nobody wears shoes there. So what is the, good in going over there? I should not. He never took a chance. He never went. And the men who went there took a chance. He won it, right? So let's see another video, and please let me know if the sound is not clear.
Do you want to know how to use critical thinking in your everyday life? In this video, we will give you some guidelines. If you watched our previous video about critical thinking, you will know that critical thinking is not about filling one's head with information, but about using certain conceptual skills, such as the ability to analyze, synthesize, find similarities, find differences, establish categories, and think based on your experiences. Let's use an everyday example. Here we have two types of thinkers who want to buy a car. The salesperson says, "Today is the last day of this sale." Thinker 1 says, "Oh yes, I should buy this car today, because tomorrow it will be more expensive. This is my first time buying a car and I don't really know what to do, so I'm just going to listen to what this salesperson tells me and then buy the car. After all, the deal is only for today." Thinker 2 says, "This is my first time buying a car, but I am sure that if I think on my previous experiences buying things in general, I can have a worthwhile idea about my current potential purchase. In fact, I recall that many salespeople come up with short-term deals to make people buy things quickly without giving it much thought. So it might not be wise to rush into buying this car. First, I should try to think about what are the most important factors about buying a car, for example. The model's reputation, the structural features of the car, its condition, an opinion from a mechanic, and so on. Then I can see if the car dealer answers my questions well, and lastly, I can take a decision." In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with new information, which is why it is crucial that students are able to reflect on what they hear and read. We need to start thinking in a way that's more reflective and less logistic, and think independently through analysis, synthesis, evaluation of our ideas, and the ideas of others. All this helps us to be better equipped to solve any type of problem we are presented with. Let's be daring enough to embark on this adventure of deep thinking. Let's be better thinkers so we can create a better world.
Yeah. So you have seen how two people think differently. Now, just, because I have been given a very short time for this particular very vast topic. But anyway, can you see what is written on the screen? Yes, so your answers, please. Let's see how we think differently. Yes, let me see the chat. What is God is? Okay. So yes, I get the answer. God is now here. And somebody, Neelam, says God is nowhere. Okay, so see, same thing is written, but two different answers. God is nowhere. God is now here. Now let's see another one. Yes, what do you see here? Please chat. Okay, next one now. Yes, what do you see? Okay. Rabbit. Okay, rabbit. Okay. Okay. Can you see a duck also? I can see a duck. Okay. Okay, let me see some more chats. What are they saying? Okay. Okay, duck. Somebody said duck. Okay, now let's see another one. What do you see here? Okay, let me see. What are the answers? Liar. Oh, yes. Men. Yes. See, somebody seeing here liar, diagonally written, and men also. Okay, and female also. Some will say, okay, what is here? What do you see? Two faces. Okay. Two persons. Okay. Don't you see a vase? Two faces and a vase. Okay. Let's see another one. Now you have to give me 6 objects in this particular picture. 6 objects that you can see over here. Yes, Parul, Veenu, Anu Tiwari, Jyoti, any trials? Okay. Suman Sharma, faces, 2 old people. Okay. Vase. Okay, I want 6 answers now. Bottle. Okay. Okay. Guitar. Okay. So what you see here, because time is short, so I'm giving you the answers. We see 2 old people, then we see 2 musicians, then we see a lady on the door, then we see bottle, we also see a vase in between, and also I feel like it's a blanket, 2 people are wearing. So yes, how differently we can see in the same picture. Now, as you saw in the video, every situation requires critical thinking. Conducting your online classes, it requires critical thinking. How should I greet my class? How should I welcome my class? What are the warm-up activities that I should take my class? How to make my class interesting by using some day-to-day examples? Or can I develop some video? Or can I research a video from the YouTube and use it in my class? Or how should I assess my, these students on my subject? All requires critical thinking. Recruiting a candidate. So a lot of information you will try to gather, calling for his resume, and then you will try to read and analyze the resumes of different people. So critical thinking. What are the plus here? What are the minus here? Evaluating. Parents sending a child to study abroad. Again, critical thinking is required. How much money I have? Can he get some scholarship? How much will be the expenditure? Will it be relevant to send him there? What will be the good thing if he goes and study abroad? Yeah. Organizing an event, maybe anything like a storytelling competition or any other event. So, organizing an event requires critical thinking. What age group I should keep it for? How much time? Everything, thinking and then putting that information, using it for your decision making. So problem solving, decision making, all these are critical thinking. Tackling with the emotions also is, using your critical thinking. If I'm watching the news all the time and creating horror movies which are not allowing me to sleep, or, these negative thoughts which are like flood in my mind and they are creating traffic jam in my mind, is it the right way? Should I not change my behavior? Should I not replace my negative thoughts? So yes, choosing a career requires critical thinking, information about yourself. What are your strengths and what are the qualifications that particular career requires? Are they matching? So choosing a career requires a lot of critical thinking on, exploring your interests, abilities, personality. A person planning to start a business. So, these are all various situations where we use critical thinking in our day-to-day. So thank you so much for being patient listeners and, being so participative with me. And now, if any question, I would love to take them. And this was Meenu Bhargava taking the session with you. And what I can tell you is that, on 12th of this month, February, I'm also holding a story telling competition for the age group of 4 to 6 years. Why I have planned that? Because, I feel the students have got a lot of potential. What is required is only the teachers giving those potentials a shape. You made a plane out of this paper, you made a boat, you made a kite, you gave me so many ideas. So similarly, the children have a lot of potential. This kagaj, kora kagaj, but teacher can identify those potential and change it into performance, groom the personality of a child using the strengths in that particular child. And this is what NEP is talking about, that it should not be like one dress fits all. Different children, some see and learn, some read and learn. So we should, as teachers, we have to become more upgraded, updated. Otherwise, we will become outdated. So yes, now ready for the questions. Yes, please. Any questions?
Ma'am, while you take up the questions, can you just please stop the slide short?
Sure, please. I will do that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let them all on their videos so we can have a good memory of all of them. So yes, Ritu has on it. Yes, some more people, please on your videos so that we can have a lifelong memory of this session. Okay, great. Some people are really so sincere. They have on that. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, any questions? Bindu, any question from your side? Manita, any question? Or Shivam sir, any question? Anita ma'am, Sonia, any question on this thinking skill? Okay. Thank you so much for all your kind words and compliments. Yes. Okay, no question. So only in two things, there are no question, two situations. One is you have understood everything, so you don't want to ask anything. Or the second is everything has gone above your head, so you don't want to ask. So what is the situation? Or I have explained too much, so you don't need any more explanation. Yeah. So yes, I hand over to Himanish again. Yes, Himanish.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for this wonderful session that you've delivered today. I'm sure everybody took away something from the session which will help them teach more gracefully. I hope that everyone attending the session is enlightened by the wisdom that you imparted on us today. And I would like to thank all the participants who have joined us today and stayed till the end. I would request and remind all the participants to please fill the feedback forms that you'll be receiving right after the session gets over on your registered email IDs. In order to receive the certificate for this session, you must fill out the feedback forms. So a gentle reminder that you please may go to your emails and you check out for the feedback form that you'll be receiving in another 10 to 15 minutes and just take out 5 minutes of your time and fill it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful session.
Thank you all the participants, and thank you Himanish and Eschan for giving this opportunity to take this session. And Anita ma'am, can you on your video, please? Yeah, and Sapna also, please on your video so that we can have a good pic. Yes, please. Beautiful, Sapna. And Seema Rai, please on your video. Anu Tiwari, please on your videos. Okay, thank you.
So we are done for today, and by the clock, we have overshot by 1 minute. So we'll be signing off and hope to see everyone soon on upcoming sessions that we'll be planning very soon. Thank you so much, all.
Thank you.